everybody, and welcome to a new video. And today we're going to do a video on 6 games for retro systems. Now these are what I would say that are kind of like newish games. Some of them been out a couple years, some of them been out maybe less than a year, I would say. Is there anything in here been out less than a year? No. Yes, there is one. And I've talked about some of these games on the channel before, but I want to kind of reintroduce them to you guys again, so you guys could hopefully you guys will check these out. So I want to start the list off with one of my favorites, of course, FxUnitYuki for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, FxUnitYuki was made by Sawamaro. You guys know him from Retro Japan. He has a YouTube channel, and FxUnitYuki actually started off as a comic book first, and then they decided to make it a game, and an awesome game at that. So if you're familiar with games like Wonder Boy or Adventure Island, Castlevania, shoot 'em ups like Cotton, you know what you're getting into with this game. So I would call this a hybrid game, because it's like it's a platform game and it's a shoot 'em up game at the same time. So really unique, really fantastic soundtrack. The characters are very likable. The story is like hilarious and everything like that. It's just like, it seems like something that's just really like a throwback to people who love platform and shoot 'em up games. I beat this game, I want to say a little over a year ago, and then we tried to have a speed run with my buddy Joel from Media Glitch and John from Intrigue Gaming, and I kind of fell flat. I was upset, but Joel had practice. He had practiced like the day before all day. I didn't practice at all, but that's all good though. But he won fair and square. But anyways, getting back into the game, I feel this is something you should definitely check out. If you like the footage you're seeing here, trust me, you will really like this game. Before I go to the next game, I'm going to leave a link in the description as to where to find these games if you guys want to pick these up. So the next game here is Battle Crust. Now Battle Crust is a shoot 'em up game. Very simplistic, I would say. I would say it's not AAA or anything like that, but I would say it's like more like a B- type game when it comes to shoot 'em ups. You know, I thought it was fun. I had a good time with it. I just wish that it was 2 players. Was it 2 players? No, there's no 2-player mode in this one, so I was kind of disappointed there's no 2-player mode. But it's just nice to see a shoot 'em up get a physical release that's actually original. So I thought this was a good game to show you guys. So, like I said, if you like shoot 'em up games, definitely check out Battle Crust. Nothing really unique about it. That's kind of, I want to say, like, I don't want to say most shoot 'em ups are universal, but this one is just basically a little bit over the basics, I would say. So it's not average, it's slightly over average, I would say, but it's definitely worth checking out. I like it. I thought it has a good soundtrack to it. It just, a lot of shooters will confuse people these days. This one keeps it really simple, so it doesn't get too crazy. It's not like a bullet hell or anything like that. It's definitely just a straight shoot 'em up. So something you guys can get into. Check this one out. And the next game here, NES game. I was so happy to get this one. This one, you know, you guys know I don't really get a lot of Nintendo games, but I saw this one and I picked it up immediately. This is Nebs and Debs. Nebs and Debs is a platform game where I believe you crash land on a planet and you have to collect these crystals to get the fuel back into your rocket so you can leave. I believe it was like 12 levels. They're crazy levels though, but a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me of that game Select in a way, but just not as crazy, like jumping around like crazy. You have a dash move when you jump in the air, so you kind of want to land on your platforms with that, you know, kind of time it and everything like that. But still pretty unique game. I would say definitely check this one out if you want to check out an NES game. And the next game here, oh my god, I'm so happy to get this in the mail. I talked about this, well, obviously I talked about all these before, but this is Xeno Crisis for the Dreamcast now. So now Xeno Crisis is on the Dreamcast. Xeno Crisis, man, I feel like before the end of this year, this thing is going to be on every system ever created. This is awesome. But Dreamcast copy, pretty much, I would say the same as the Genesis copy, of course. Well, no, I don't want to say that, but the music is probably, no, it's all the same. But anyway, it's a twin stick shoot 'em up, not shoot 'em up, sorry. And it's kind of like, it reminds you of, if you play games like Smash TV, it's like a really way better version of that game. So it has a pretty unique story to it. What made me mad about this game though was that I beat the game, but in order to get the good ending, at least from what I was seeing, you can't continue. So you have to get good at this game. I mean, it doesn't hold your hand. It's fun, but man, it's just like to get the good ending, you have to like no continues, and I thought that was like pretty brutal. I mean, it was kind of funny seeing it getting to the end and then realizing I couldn't finish the game because obviously I had to continue. But like I said, it's like kind of gives you an incentive to hey get better at the game, so that's what I have to do. But like I said, Xeno Crisis, awesome game on the Sega Dreamcast. It's nice to get a Sega Dreamcast game out there, and I'm happy they're finally releasing this on the system. This game's going to be pretty much available. It's already available for PS4 and Switch as a download. They have physical copies coming from Strictly Limited Games, I believe. There's a Vita physical copy from PlayAsia, which is probably already sold out. There's a Genesis copy. There's a Neo Geo copy, a Neo Geo CD copy. I mean, this game's gonna be ported to everything. So definitely check out Xeno Crisis, guys. It's fun. All right, so next game here. Is this the last game? I'm like going through these really fast. Nope. I got two more here. So this game here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I'll get bashed in the comments, but that's okay. This is Unholy Night for the Super Nintendo. Unholy Night. Now, me and my buddy DJ were looking forward to this game coming out, and the only good thing I can really say about it is that the packaging is good. It has really nice packaging. Gameplay wise, I mean, they didn't know what the programmers didn't know how to program for Super Nintendo. Obviously, that's obvious, and I mean, you can see the potential that the game had, but it just didn't live up to it, unfortunately. And the reason I'm bringing it up because it's a somewhat newish Super Nintendo game, and I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't know I don't know where I could go with this one, guys. This game's not good, but it had the potential to be good. So if you're into collecting for Super Nintendo and you just want to have it, the packaging is on point. The game I got off Amazon. It's pretty cheap off Amazon. I think sometimes they go on sale for like 15, 25 somewhere around that. So it might be worth it. Just look at the footage and let me know. Woo, yeah, Unholy Night, man. Alright, but last but not least, another one of my favorites, of course. This is Bang Bang Busters for the Dreamcast. Now, this was originally supposed to be released for the Neo Geo back in, I believe, in the 90s sometime. I don't know what happened to it, but it never got released, but somebody picked up the rights for it. I guess the game was complete. They just didn't put it out, but somebody got the rights for it and they brought it out. So if you're familiar with games like I would say Bubble Bobble, Snow Brothers, and another game I can't think of right now, you'll definitely be familiar with this game. So basically you play as I don't know, I think they're like rabbits or something like that, and you're flying through space and you're going through these different planets, and you're kind of like doing gameplay like Bubble Bobble and Snow Brothers pretty much. And when you complete the levels, you go to the next one. It has this little story and everything like that, and towards the end of the levels you fight a boss and everything. So very colorful game. Really gives you that nostalgic feeling that you're playing a Neo Geo game, like an arcade. So that's just, it's like, I don't know what it is about Neo Geo SNK stuff, man, but you could just tell the quality of their stuff when you're playing it. And this game is the same thing pretty much. So I would say definitely pick this one up if you guys have a chance. I believe the game is available for, well, obviously it's available for Dreamcast. It's also available for the Neo Geo CD, and I believe it's available for Neo Geo AES. Well, it's probably sold out, but still, it's on those systems. It's one of those games that probably needs to be ported to something else too, like something more, I want to say a system that's really more active to everybody, like the Nintendo Switch or the PS4. But like I said, guys, do not fall asleep if you see this game out there. This is one to pick up. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Just kind of want to reintroduce these games to you guys. Hopefully you guys have played them maybe or plan on picking them up. Let me know what you think. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So thanks for watching. Radical Reggie, and I will see you in the next video.